Hello, everyone. We are going to get started with a second reinforcing lesson for the short E sound. Um, Before we do that, I just want to let you know you do not have to have any of these papers. You can write on any kind of paper that you have when you're asked to spell words um, or when you're asked to write the dictation sentences at the end. So that's all you need is any kind of paper you have, pencil, and if you have it, a green crayon or maybe a green marker, just because our vowels, we like to show them as being green so that we remember that they have different rules. Um, so we're going to go through these phonogram cards, and again, I'm going to go through maybe two of them with you, and then I'll just keep scrolling through, and you guys go ahead and um, say the letter and then say the sound. Um, so let's go ahead. So this first letter is P, and the sound is P. And remember not to say P, but we have to clip the end off of some of these letters that sound like they may have another sound at the end. We have to clip it off so that we just have the letters sound. So P, B, B. Okay, now we start our vowels. That's why the cards are green. So as you look over to the side, you see it says A, axe, and then it has those same symbols that I use in the classroom on the board um, so that we know that we're pronouncing a sound. We can see that smiley face on the top, then that is telling us that it is a short sound. If it were long, it would go straight across. It would just be a straight line. So it's A, axe, ah. Great job, guys. I'm going to pull up the next set of cards. These are the decodable word cards. Um, so if you cannot read the word on its own, please use your finger tapping method to sound out each of these words. And remember, through this, You guys can hit the space bar at any time if you need more time than I'm giving you, and then hit the space bar again when you're finished to join back into the lesson. Okay, so these are our green decodable words. The reason they are green, I'm sure you've already figured it out, is that it has the short E sound, and that is what we are trying to reinforce, is that short E sound. So I'll do this first one with you, and then I'll just scroll through, and remember the space bar if you need to pause for a minute. So first thing we do, if we don't know how to spell this, or if we don't know how to sound out this word, and we can't read it by looking at it, we find that vowel in the middle, which is E, and says eh. Okay, then we look at the first letter, which is M, and says and the last letter is N and says n. So then we can put our finger at the bottom and go straight across and read the word as men. So it's always easiest to figure out that vowel and sound it out that way. What happened? What the heck happened? If I have to do this all again, I'm gonna be pissed. Okay guys, so this is the very first word of 6 words that we're going to either read or decode. These are decodable words. That means that the rules for these letters are, there's nothing strange about the rules. They're just straightforward. The easiest way, if you don't already know how to say this word, is to look at the vowel in the middle, which says eh, and we know that, so we always have to point out the vowel. Then looking at the first letter, M says and last letter N says n, and then we can put our finger at the bottom and slide it across and say men. Okay, so I'm going to scroll through and give you the opportunity to do that on your own. All right, good job. So now we are going to go along to our segmentation exercise. Like I had said last week, it would be really, really nice if you had just a few little things that were white and a few little things that were green. That way the student can spell a word using those manipulatives and then going back underneath to figure out, okay, these are consonants because they're white, and then the green for the vowel. If you don't have that, it is totally fine. You can tap it out on your fingers and it'll be just fine. You'll be able to encode it. And I'm going to put the form up that we use in class, but again, you don't have to use that. You can just use paper. Okay, so this is what it might look at in class, but we're just going to use what we have. And what I'm going to do is to ask you I'm going to pronounce a word and have you write that word, and then we're going to change it by changing just one of the letters. So our first word is went, I know it sounds a little strange, but it does have that short E sound in it. Went. Okay, and once you've got that, we're going to change it to sent. Okay, next word is bent. And then we're going to change that to vent. Next, we are going to change vent to vet, like a veterinarian. Vet. So what needs to be removed? Think about that. And then we'll change vet to pet. And pet to pit. All right, great job, guys. Now we are going to move into, we will be taking a look at each of these words and finding the words with the vowel E that says eh in it. And then I'll just have you write, once you find the word, just go ahead and write it on your paper. And you can write the whole word and then color the green vowel, or you can write the vowel with the crayon. It's up to you. So I'm gonna suggest that you just push pause here, seek out all of those words and write them, and then we'll get back together in just a second. All right, so now we're going to move to the comprehension sentences, and these are sort of silly sentences, and really it could be about anything that you think it is. So based on what's in the sentence, I'm going to ask you a question about it, and then you just can say what you think the sentence means. So we'll do the first one together, and we will read all of these together, just so we're all on the same page here. So the first sentence, the man cut the bun. And then the question is, why do you think the man cut the bun? So an answer that they give, it's not necessarily right. It's up to your own interpretation, but it says that he is making a sandwich. Okay, so we'll read all the other sentences together, and you can just say what you think is going on in the sentence. Okay? The pen is red. What color is the pen? The pup is wet. Do you know why the pup is wet? Dan fed his pet hen. What would you feed a pet hen? The bug is in the web. What makes a web? All right, good job, guys. So we have made it to halfway through, and I'm going to go ahead and stop this video and upload it for you guys, and then we'll start another one for the other part of